Good Thursday evening, June 5th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Earlier today, the U.S. Forest Service shut down public access to Upper Icicle Creek and the gateway to the Enchantments Wilderness area due to the manhunt for Travis Decker. Chelan County is banning all residential campfires in its unincorporated areas due to forecasted hot and windy conditions. Sunny, dry, and as we mentioned, hot this weekend with high temperatures near 100 degrees. I'll tell you more coming up in your full local weather forecast. A fire that apparently started in a pile of wood debris outside one house did severe damage this afternoon to not one, but two structures. The fire in the 800 block of Ringgold Street was reported at 12:45 p.m. The intensity and spread of the flames raised the fire to 2-alarm status. Smoke nearly overcame a resident in one of the houses, but luckily Frank Gonzalez was driving by and spotted the emergency. He was able to call 911 and help the man to safety as the flames began to spread. He gave NCWLIFE News his account of what happened.
So I was traveling down on 9th Street, and I looked to my right and I saw like a big pillar of black smoke, and looked down the street to see if anybody was there. And so I had the ladies help me turn around in the street here, and then I had to call the 911. I noticed there was a pile of scrap wood underneath the carport. It was just lit on fire, and within seconds, the whole house caught fire. I heard screaming on the side of the house while I was on the phone, so I went over there looked like the guy was getting out of the attic, the basement there, so I helped him out, and he was reaching for somebody down there. I thought it was somebody, and I kept asking him if there was anybody else down there, and he's like, my dog. So I reached in there and helped him pull the dog out. Pretty heavy dog, and well, he was having trouble breathing, and I just grabbed him as best I could. But that smoke was really bad.
The Wenatchee Valley Fire Department, Ballard Ambulance, and other agencies responded to the alarm. The cause wasn't immediately known this evening. FBI behavior analysts, Spokane Sheriff's helicopters, Border Patrol drones, and more resources are still involved in the hunt for Travis Decker, the Wenatchee man accused of kidnapping and murdering his 3 young daughters. 5-year-old Olivia, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 9-year-old Peyton Decker were found dead Monday in a wooded campsite west of Leavenworth. They'd been taken from their mother's home as part of a scheduled visitation on May 30th, but were never seen alive again. The public's help is still being sought, and authorities released new images and new video showing Decker in the days before the abduction. Chelan County Sheriff Mike Morrison held a second press briefing Wednesday evening at the county courthouse, which you can watch in full on NCWLIFE.com. The sheriff said despite few new leads in the case and several false sightings, he remains confident Travis Decker will be found.
I can tell you so far today we had a possible sighting on East Leavenworth Road. We checked that out. It was not Mr. Decker. We had another one out at milepost 83, US 2. And then, of course, we continue to hear information about other possible sightings from across the nation. As we understood, based off the information we got back, was that the sighting in McCall, Idaho was not our suspect, but we'll continue to work with our neighboring agencies, not only here in the state, but across the nation, to help us track down any leads we do get. The U.S. Marshal Service, the FBI, we've had Homeland Security investigations, we've had Border Patrol's tracking team here, we've had Douglas County, East Wenatchee. The amount of resources that we put on this right away gives me confidence that we are doing everything possible, in addition to working with the behavioral analyst team and also bringing cadaver dogs. We're open to anything and everything, and so far, despite our limited resources, it's part of our mission statement with the resources entrusted to us. I think that a lot of people have come alongside us to help us out. That's why I'm optimistic. So we're not doing it alone.
Residents in remote areas of Chelan County and neighboring jurisdictions are being asked to keep watch and secure their properties as the search for Travis Decker continues. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office today encouraged anyone who lives or owns property in rural areas to keep their houses and outbuildings locked and leave windows and blinds open and exterior lights turned on where possible. Residents of neighboring counties of King, Snohomish, Kittitas, and Okanagan are encouraged to do the same. Police issued a new photograph of Decker today, which shows some identifying tattoos. If you believe you've seen Travis Decker, call 911 and do not approach him. The U.S. Forest Service today shut down public access to Upper Icicle Creek and the gateway to the Enchantments Wilderness area due to the manhunt for Travis Decker. The closure order forbids the public from entering or using 17 trail systems and 21 Forest Service roads in the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest, including the routes to the Enchantments Lakes. The restricted area is more than 220 square miles, and intruding on the land would amount to a federal crime punishable by up to $5,000 in fines and 6 months in jail. The closure starts at the Snow Lakes trailhead about 5 miles up Icicle Road outside Leavenworth. 8 campgrounds are off limits, including the campground closest to where the bodies of Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia Decker were found 3 days ago. When we come back, the cities of Wenatchee and East Wenatchee have lowered their flags to half-staff as the valley mourns the passing of the Decker girls, found dead Monday, allegedly at the hand of their father. And dozens of people gathered at the Washington State Capitol Wednesday afternoon to raise an LGBTQ+ pride flag. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Welcome to Mountain Chick Floral, your go-to flower and plant shop in downtown Wenatchee. Explore their wide variety of unusual and fun plants. And when you buy a plant in a container, they'll pot it up for you absolutely free. Birthday or weddings, they'll create the perfect floral arrangement for you. Brighten up your office with fresh blooms delivered to your door or business. Ask about floral subscriptions. Visit Mountain Chick Floral today, where every occasion is a reason to celebrate with flowers.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
The cities of Wenatchee and East Wenatchee have lowered their flags to half-staff as the valley mourns the passing of the Decker girls, found dead Monday, allegedly at the hand of their father. The city of Wenatchee will fly flags at half-staff to honor the girls until sunset on June 12th. The city of East Wenatchee and Chelan County offices will fly their flags low through June 10th. Douglas County Administrator Jordan Guglio says the county plans to participate by lowering flags through June 10th as well. Longtime North Central Washington conservation leader Hannah Beaner will rejoin the Chelan Douglas Land Trust later this month as its new executive director. Beaner previously served as the Land Trust Trails Program Manager for 10 years and was most recently the Policy and Planning Manager of Outdoor Recreation for the nonprofit TREAD. The Land Trust Board of Directors conducted a national search to fill the position after announcing the organization was parting ways with former executive Director Eunice Yeomans in November. Beaner begins her new role on June 30th. The Land Trust owns or manages about 27,000 acres under conservation agreements in both Chelan and Douglas counties. Chelan County is banning all residential campfires in its unincorporated areas due to forecasted hot and windy conditions. The ban does not include propane-fueled campfire units, and it does not apply to commercially made barbecues and camp stoves. Stage 2 fire restrictions are also in place across the county's unincorporated areas, both in the valley and mountain areas, and ban target shooting outside of a gun range. Next week, the Chelan County Commissioners will hold a public hearing on proposed changes to the Fire Hazard Area Code, which would clarify restrictions during fire season. Dozens of people gathered at the Washington State Capitol Wednesday afternoon to raise an LGBTQ plus pride flag. Members of the state LGBTQ Commission were joined by the governor, lawmakers, Supreme Court justices, other lawmakers, and community members in the flag raising for Pride Month. Speakers said a lot of progress has been made over the past few decades around civil rights protections and representation. But they also say there are still challenges to address, especially when it comes to support for queer and transgender youth.
We need to speak up and be visible. Young people need to see themselves in their leaders. Those of us who have privilege and opportunity need to use that to support those coming behind us.
Coming up next in tonight's Pause for Pets feature, we will introduce you to Silas, a 3-year-old German Shepherd up for adoption at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Warmer Friday and Saturday with possible record high temperatures Sunday and Monday. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710. Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous Farmers Market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
It's time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature with the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight's segment features a handsome 3-year-old German Shepherd with a big heart. Meet Silas.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, Animal Care Manager, and today I want to introduce you to Silas. Silas is our, we think, 3-year-old, probably Husky Shepherd mix because of his beautiful eyes. Yes, and his shepherd coat. He's a big boy. He's about 100 pounds, but he is all love. He's super mellow, except when he gets his puppy zoomies, which is really cute. Yeah, and he loves his toys. He'll chase after a ball. He won't always pick it up, but he'll chase after it. So he has some commitment issues, but he's just a sweetheart. He loves his people time. He loves people more than other dogs. He does have a couple dog friends here, but he can be selective. So as usual, if you have a dog, we always recommend that you bring them with you so that everybody can meet, so they get along. Yeah. Silas came to us as a stray about 3 weeks ago. And so we don't know how he is with cats, hard to say. Yeah, we don't know much about you except that you are a love. He does have these beautiful eyes, heterochromia, I think it's called. One's really bright blue and then one's a brown with a little bit of blue, and I think that's from the husky part. And he's really smart. He will sit immediately when asked. Sometimes the right treats can help. And he knows to lay down, and he's learning stay, but he's really smart, so I think he's gonna pick that one up pretty quick. Silas is also really attentive to his people. When we're walking around, he will be right beside us, and he'll run with us. It's kind of fun, going a little Silas jog around the yard. So I think he'd be a really good hiking buddy, maybe a jogging buddy if it's not too hot out, because he does have this super thick coat. So if you'd like to come and meet Silas, we are open Thursday through Tuesday from 12:30 to 6, or you can even make an appointment on our website for Wednesday. Whatever works for you. We'd love you to come down.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Time now for a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Thursday. And boy, what a beautiful early June day all across North Central Washington. Fantastic shot of the Wenatchee Valley from our tower camera up on Wenatchee Heights. And just a few clouds, especially over the Cascades today. Other than that, nothing but blue sky around North Central Washington. That trend will continue as we move through Friday and into the upcoming weekend. We're looking at highs tomorrow around 90 degrees for Saturday, somewhere in the mid-90s. And then these 2 days, Sunday and Monday, we will see temperatures near 100 both Sunday and Monday. Boy, it's going to be a hot one, and that creates a heat risk for those of you sensitive to heat. Just remember to hydrate, a common sense thing if you're outside. Use air conditioning if you can. Wear light clothing and avoid outdoor activities. And remember that water still awfully cold, so keep that in mind this weekend as well, with temperatures right around 100 degrees. Today it was a warm one as well, unofficially at 86. That's 10 degrees now above where we should be. 76 is our normal high, 99 our record, and that was set back in 2016. Beautiful, mild 60 degrees our overnight low this morning. That's 7 degrees above where we should be at 53. 40 our record, and that was set in 1976. Sunrise 5:06 this morning and sets just before 9 o'clock now at 8:54. Here we go with temperatures as we get you into Friday, and they're going to warm up. 92s Moses Lake and Ephrata, 91 in Quincy, 90s from Wenatchee through Eniat and Chelan and up into Omak, 86 for Lake Wenatchee, and upper 80s for both Leavenworth and Cashmere. For high temperatures tomorrow afternoon, it is really going to warm up, and we're going up, as we mentioned, from there. Tonight, high clouds out there. There's our weather stabilizer. Huge area of high pressure out in the Pacific. We could see some high clouds, as we mentioned tonight. It will be warm with temperatures in the low 60s for overnight lows. Getting into Friday, we will see a bit of a wind, especially tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. That will raise fire weather concerns, so be awfully careful out there tomorrow. High temperatures hot around 90 degrees. And speaking of hot, we're warming up for Saturday as we get into the weekend. Look at the clear skies all over the western and west central part of the country. We're going to see temperatures into the mid-90s on Saturday afternoon, and it's going to get even warmer than that as we finish off our weekend on Sunday. We are going to continue with those crystal clear skies out there at hot temperatures with highs Sunday near 100 degrees, and not much is going to change as we get you into Monday either. Sunny and still hot. There is an area of low pressure kind of sneaking into eastern Washington. Not going to change our weather too much. We'll kick up some breezy conditions. Not on Monday, though, with high temperatures near 100. But as we get into Tuesday and also midweek Wednesday, here we go with those windy, breezy conditions in central Washington. Mostly sunny Tuesday and still unseasonably hot with highs Tuesday in the mid-90s. And with that wind, it is really going to dry things out. For Wednesday, here we go with more of that wind right here in central Washington. Mostly sunny with high temperatures a little cooler for Wednesday into the upper 80s. All right, your 7-day forecast now. 62 overnight tonight. Afternoon and evening wind for Friday with sunny skies. We're going to jump up to about 90 degrees for a high. Sunny and warmer kicking off our weekend Saturday at 94. And then look at Sunday and Monday. Both of those days could either tie or set a record. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. Almost 100 both of those days. Mostly sunny. Breezy for Tuesday and Wednesday. 94 Tuesday and 89 our high temperature on Wednesday. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Celebrate the class of 2025 with the NCWLIFE channel. Tune in for live coverage of Eastmont and Wenatchee's ceremony Friday, June 6th, starting at 6 p.m. Coverage is sponsored by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Community Glass, Feller Orthodontics, Focal Point Educational Services, Harvest Valley Pest Control, and Iwa Sushi and Grill. Join us for live coverage of Eastmont and Wenatchee's graduation Friday, June 6th on the NCWLIFE channel. A good Thursday to you. The Mariners got great pitching from starter Emerson Hancock, some gems defensively from Cole Young and Randy Arozarena, but couldn't hang on to a lead in a 3-2 loss to Baltimore last night. Hancock pitched 5 2/3, allowed just one run on 2 hits with 6 strikeouts. A 2-out triple proved to be the difference for the Orioles, with Heston Kierstad coming through with what proved to be the game winner.
So after the 4-pitch walk, in front 0-2 on Kierstad, who corks it down the right field line, hooking into the corner. That is a fair ball, and it'll go deep into the corner, allowing Arias to score easily. Here comes Mayo. He scores. Kierstad trucking into third with a go-ahead triple. 2 are in here in the 7th, and the Orioles are on top. With 2 down here in this 9th. 0 for 2 lifetime facing Bautista. Long look back. And Tellez clubs it in the air, out to center field. Adams back on the track, makes the catch to finish the ball game. Felix Bautista cashes in the save, exhales as the Orioles have taken the series with back-to-back wins here in Seattle.
Cal Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez had 4 of Seattle's 5 hits in the game. Carlos Vargas took the loss and saw his record drop to 1-4 on the season. After today's game, Seattle heads for Anaheim tomorrow to begin a series with the Angels. Well, for Mariner fans, everyone else in the American League West also lost last night, so that was pretty good news. Boston beat the Angels 11-9. Pittsburgh shut out Houston 3-0. Tampa Bay topped Texas 5-4. And Minnesota beat the Athletics 6-1. Well, the second week of organized team activities, or OTAs, continue at the VBAC in Renton for the Seahawks, while the defense gets a lot of attention because of head coach Mike Macdonald's focus and background on that side of the ball. Equally under the microscope, the Seahawks offense under quarterback Sam Darnold and new offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak. Darnold says it's been fun to get out on the field with his teammates.
All of OTAs has been amazing. Phase 3, getting to practice with the guys has been great. So, yeah, it's just been amazing to be able to, come here, compete, continue to learn the offense, build with the guys, and be able to hang with the guys off the field too. It's been great. It's fun to learn. It's fun to learn new systems. I think at the end of the day, a lot of teams do some similar things, but just call it different names. And so I think that's the part that you got to learn is learning kind of, how Clint calls it and what we're calling it in general, and learning just the terminology and all the things that come along with that.
Kubiak says it's great to see Darnold compete alongside Drew Lock and Jalen Milroe at quarterback.
I think it's going great. Coach has given us a lot of reps, giving a lot of our young guys reps, which is awesome. A lot of meeting time. Guys are squeezing every ounce out of every day, working their tail off for us. Seeing a lot of competition. See 3 guys that can play. See 3 athletic guys. See guys working their tail off, getting coached by Janoko, who's putting in overtime hours, getting them late night videos, and just really impressed by the way he coaches. And those guys are lucky to have him.
Seattle's defense continues to improve under the play of Devin Witherspoon, Reek Woolen, and Julian Love, who Darnold says continue to challenge him when he drops back to pass.
They're flying around. It's super fun to compete against. I think just all the variations of coverages too, the way that the guys in the back end disguise coverages, and even the nickels. You got Spoon, disguising certain leverages. So I don't know whether he's going to be a hook defender or if he's going to be in the flat. So I think those guys on the back end are doing a really good job. I know they're going to continue to do that and push us as we're going to continue to push them.
Coach Mike McDonald is confirmed earlier this week that Darnold is the starting quarterback no matter if Drew Lock or Jalen Milroe outperform him in practice. Training camp is over a month away. Seattle's first preseason game August 7th against the Raiders. The Wenatchee Apple Sox won their 4th straight last night with a narrow 2-0 victory over Kelowna. Karsten Sweem, Alex Ammerman, and Joe Thornton combined on a 4-hit shutout as Wenatchee did just enough offensively to get the win. Gunnar Penscover led off the bottom of the 5th inning with a single, moving to second on a wild pitch, to third on a ground out before scoring the game's first run on a passed ball. Noah Fields' RBI double in the 8th added an insurance run for the Apple Sox. Thornton finished off a 5-out save with a 1-2-3 ninth as Wenatchee improved to 4-1 on the season. The two teams are playing the final game of that series tonight at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium at 6:35. Checking the rest of the West Coast League scoreboard, Bellingham brought 10 men to the plate in the bottom of the 1st inning, scoring 4 runs on 7 walks. The Bells went on for an 8-2 victory in that one. Talon Zenk hit a 2-run home run in the 2nd, and Jacob Hayes hit a 3-run shot in the 6th to lead Nanaimo over Port Angeles 7-1. Robert Phelps hit a 2-run triple in the 2nd to put Edmonton into the lead it would never surrender in the Riverhawks 9-1 win over Victoria. Edmonton now is 2-0 on the season. Marion Barry pitchers surrendered 17 walks to Ridgefield as the Raptors won 12-3. Ridgefield scored make that 12 runs on only 4 hits in the ballgame. Dylan Smith and 2 relievers combined on a 4-hit shutout of Corvallis in Portland's 5-0 win. Springfield built an early 8-1 lead, held on for dear life for an 8-6 victory over Bend last night. Drifters were led by Logan Hanma, who had 2 doubles among his 3 hits with 3 RBI. Max Senesac and Trenton Rowan each hit home runs for the Pippins in Yakima Valley's 13-5 win over Walla Walla. That's Checking Sports News. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Thursday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.
Celebrate the class of 2025 with the NCWLIFE channel. Tune in for live coverage of Eastmont and Wenatchee ceremony Friday, June 6th, starting at 6 p.m. Coverage is sponsored by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Latimer Integrative Chiropractic and Rehab, Merry Maids, Together for Youth, Wenatchee Valley College, and Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Join us for live coverage of Eastmont and Wenatchee's graduation Friday, June 6th on the NCWLIFE channel.